Hello everybody and welcome to the next episode of TREXTalk. And today, if you are somebody who is a very introvert kind one, then this episode is made for you. So we have today with us Richard, okay, who has been in the real estate industry for more than, I think, 15 years, okay. So yes, welcome Richard. You want to do an introduction of yourself first?
Hello, I'm Richard. I'm a runner. I'm a property agent. Yeah, that's all.
See, introvert like that one, nothing to say one. He is also known as the sore throat agent, as you can hear from his voice.
Thank
okay,
you.
so today I have a few questions for him. Okay, so first question will be, what is the one type of client who you are scared to encounter? And share any example if there's any. I think you have plenty of it to share lah. So just pick up one or two will do lah.
Okay. The one type that I'm most afraid to meet, right, is those that actually only want to hear good things.
Okay.
What do I mean? Example, when I want to go and meet the house owner, right, typically I'll do my research, everything. Okay, I know that the house is worth 500k. So I will want to sell higher, because all owners want to sell higher. So I will share it with them, the strategies, okay, and what I will do, then how we can achieve like maybe 520, so that to be the next record high. But then after that, typically I would still try even higher, like 550. Yeah, because I don't like to overpromise. But a lot of time after the presentation, I went back. Then the seller, I follow up with them. They will tell me, "Oh, Richard, actually, I went with another agent." So being the curious me, I will want to ask them.
Okay.
Then they will tell me, "Oh, because the other agent promised me 600k." I was like, then did they share what they will do, how they will make this happen? Then they say no. They say leave it to them. So I was like, ultimately nowadays transaction and everything, property listing are so transparent in the market.
Yep.
So how to make someone pay 100k more for your unit?
Which is quite difficult in current market. And of course, if you are talking about public housing whereby there's tons of cash overvaluation, which is the COV, I think anything that crosses too high, probably in the region of above 30 or even 40,000, I think in this current market, it is quite difficult to actually let go the property. But of course, as mentioned, we also need to also understand the client's needs, as in why are they actually selling in the first place? Because right in this current market, okay, I have seen a lot of listing which is overpriced, okay, which is of course promised by the representative to begin with, because all owners still wants the high price, right?
Yes, correct.
So end of the day is, I think importantly is to speak to the right kind of person for the right advice, because data, as mentioned by Richard, everything is so transparent right now. You can of course go in to check the last transacted price, which in terms it can't be way too high lah, unless your unit has some very special features like very nicely, tastefully renovated, or you do have a sea view,
Correct.
or full greenery view, unblocked view. Then all these of course add into a certain value to the houses. If not, it's a tough time lah to get it sold.
Yeah, all this must be justifiable lah.
You also need the 天时地利人和 to match lah.
Correct.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah. So any more example?
Okay, recently I did one unit in Clementi. So the transaction there is about 400 plus, never reached 500. So initially when I met the client, I told him about 500 we can try. But in the end we got offered like maybe quite close to there, about 490. So when we are about to close, right, then there's another agent who came in, tell the seller, no, don't accept this 490. Definitely can hit 500 one easily. So the owner told me, hey Richard, thank you for your effort. So I was being kicked out. Then, curious me, I will still follow up and see the transaction, how is it. In the end, the seller told me they sold at 488. After, I think, maybe 1-2 months.
In the end, they got a lower offer.
Yeah.
So I think
So what's the
importantly,
500k?
yeah, so in the end of the day is 被打毒针.
Yeah, that's what we usually say lah.
Yeah, so of course I think very important is how we also connect to the client to actually let understand the current market, so they be actually more understanding to move forward their plans together lah.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So next question we have for you is it hard to be an introvert agent? And will you recommend someone who's shy and not sociable to be a real estate agent?
I look at you like that, you know I'm introverted already.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So example, definitely it will be challenging lah. So example, if the introverted agent is in a setting where you are supposed to do networking, but you choose to stay in a corner, don't talk to people, how are people going to know that you are an agent? How are they going to engage your service or ask you for advice? So I think it is challenging, but like me, came from a associate engineer background, so I very 死板 one. So I also not so sociable
Okay.
last time and even now lah. But I still try to improve along the way. So even if you are introverted, less sociable, it can still be done. Because to me is you can be introverted, not so sociable, but you have knowledge, passion, and the right attitude. You can still make it.
Okay.
Instead of an agent who is extroverted and only know how to talk. No knowledge, no nothing, only know how to talk and make client happy only. So I think substance is important lah.
Okay. Okay, good. I think importantly in our trade itself, knowledge is definitely one of the most important factor, because it's in a way to how we impart all this knowledge to our prospect. Okay. Even if it's example, extrovert also need the knowledge, man.
Yes.
Introvert also need the knowledge. So importantly is how we actually disseminate all this information out to all our prospect lah. Okay. So next question we have for you is having a mentor important? And can you share one of the most important things that your mentor has taught you? So the mentor is me lah.
Yeah lah. Ask a mentor to ask me this question. How can I that, right? Okay. But honestly, I came into this industry by a mentor that really taught me all the basics and the most important thing, like negotiation. In fact, all my negotiation skills still come from him. But what I learned from Eric, I think coming 10 years already. Yeah.
Coming 10
so,
years.
Yeah, I think the important thing that I want to learn and still learning is the energy and also the positivity. And one important thing is the way how we can tackle or how to make the house more sellable. For him, he can transform any ulu house or cui house, whatever shit house, he can do it. So this is what I also have been trying to learn and doing together also. Yeah, so I think that's something that we should always tell client, hey, your house is like that. This is something that we, like the location we cannot change, but the interior, we can make it more like a home. And then that's why we do a lot of home staging, home styling. Yeah, and I think that helps a lot in getting good price for the clients.
Yeah, okay. So I think for me personally as a mentor, is to also constantly guide individuals, salesperson to actually excel in their business, because of course they not only about them, it's not only about me with them, it's also for their family as well. If they don't excel in this business, how are they going to put food on the table for their family? So I think being a mentor, I think all these nitty-gritty things will be still very, very important for every individual associates over here. So that's it. Okay, we have come to the end. Thank you, Richard. Okay, for sharing so many things, being an introvert. Okay, so we will end the podcast now, and then we will see you at the next episode at TREXTalk.